Hello and welcome to Bahrain. This is round 4 of Season 3 of F1 2013 Career Mode in the Force India. And we didn't have the best of rounds in China, but hopefully at Bahrain, one of the best tracks on the calendar for tyre wear. Fingers crossed we can actually finish in the points this time. So here we are in Bahrain. This should be probably one of our best tracks for a long time, because the next few tracks coming up are pretty tyre wear demanding. So we're going to go through the setup. We're in practice here, and normally around Bahrain you just want good straight line speed, but this Force India tends not to have that much straight line speed or even mechanical grip, so it's going to be interesting. We've opted for less aerodynamic grip on the front wing, so hopefully that can pay off in qualifying the race. It might be very tricky to manage that, but we'll see how we go. Heading out for qualifying 1 now, and wish us luck. So here we are in qualifying 1. We've set our very first banker lap, and we're getting around Max Chilton there, and we're in P5 at the moment. This possibly could be qualifying 2. I can't exactly remember, so I apologize if I get this wrong, but here we're going for our second lap. We've already set a banker lap, and it's already got us up into position 5 at the moment. So yes, this probably is Q1, so here we go, coming through here, and we're purple through the middle sector now, so we're showing actually quite a lot of pace around here in Bahrain, so we're looking good so far, but the AI, of course, do sandbag just a tiny bit in qualifying 1, so we'll need to step up our game as we head into qualifying 2 and 3, but coming across the line, and we've set a 134.4, and we go purple by 0.2 over Pastor Maldonado. So there we go, qualifying 1 is done. We banked our prime running lap, and we ended up in 9th place. Only just in front of our teammate Paul DeResta, so the teammate battle there is looking very close at the moment. But here we are in qualifying 2. We haven't set a time as of yet. We've skipped forward just a little bit in this session, waiting for the track to get a little bit faster. So we're starting our qualifying run now. Oh no, we're coming to the end of our qualifying lap, sorry. And we set a 133.8. So we're 0.6 faster than what we were in the first session. And that's of course due to putting the fuel mix up into fast. So skipping forward to the end of the session now, we're P10 at the moment, but we're not safe. We have to go out there and set another lap just to make sure that we're safe. So we'll go out and do that now. And I actually just remembered that I forgot to change my engine for this race. I really wanted a fresh engine because, as you know, Bahrain is really tough on the engines, and we've lost the back end there on our flying lap. We just have to keep going. We're still in P10 at the moment. We're a 10th down on our previous best and 4 tenths down on a pole position time. So we're going to try and push as hard as we can. We've locked up coming into this triple left-hander, and our lap is surely over now. Qualifying 2 is done. We're going to have to retire now. And where do we end up? 10th place. Oh my god, we came so close to getting knocked out in Q2 there. But thankfully, we are through by the skin of our teeth into Q3. Alright, so here we are in qualifying 3 now, and we've set a banker lap on the option tyres that we just used at the end of Q2. So P6 at the moment, 133.3. That's actually not that much faster than what we did on the primes in Q2, so that's a little bit disappointing, but of course we're going to go for another lap here, and then after this lap, well, if this lap is crap, then we're going to bring it into the pits, and then we're going to chuck on 3 laps of fuel, brand new set of tyres, and then we'll go out again, hopefully get inside that top 5. I really want to get myself some decent track position today and just absolutely park the bus, so to speak, in the race. But we'll see how we go. We've got some traffic now as the leaders are now on their cool down lap, and they're bringing it into the pits at the end of this lap. And Rosberg holds us up, and he turns into us, and he takes out our wing, and that's completely ruined this lap. We're going to have to bring it into the pits as soon as we can, because we've only got, what, under 10 minutes to use in this session, plus repair time that we've got to change the wing. So repairs are now complete. We need to get out for a lap now, and there's only 50 seconds left in the session. So Rosberg has completely screwed us over in this session. We will not have any time to set another lap. So that banker lap that we did is going to be our qualifying lap, and the tyres that we used for that banker lap were like 3 laps old, so heading into this race, we've got poor track position and poor tyres on the car. This is not going to serve us well for the race. And Nico Rosberg does get a grid penalty for completely turning into us on that lap. So, perfectly justified. But we've got a lot of work to do in this race. Wish me luck. Alright, so here we are on the grid of the Bahrain Grand Prix, starting from P7 after Rosberg gets his grid penalty. We're waiting for the 5 red lights to go out, and away we go here in Bahrain. We just need to get up the inside of everyone coming into turn 1, and it looks like we've got off to a fairly decent start, but Hulkenberg gets an even better start, so he'll be lunging me up the inside coming into turn 1. So coming into T1, and we've dive bombed a couple Red Bulls there, and we're up into position 4 now. We go around the outside of Webber. We've been touched in the rear by Hamilton, who now spins off into the gravel. He's gone out of this race. He's going to be in last place now. So Hamilton is now out of this Grand Prix. I didn't have the presence of mind to have a replay of that, but we got the inside of Alonso, and now we are up into position 2 there. So controversy here on this first lap. Lewis Hamilton, one of the championship contenders this season, and he's down in last place. It's going to be very interesting to see where he ends up at the end of this race. Just seeing his progress as he comes up through the field, so we'll need to watch out for him as he'll be on the march. But here on lap 5, we run wide at turn 1. Our tyres are now going off, and we've conceded 2 places to Fernando Alonso and Jenson Button. No, Mark Webber. Jenson Button is right behind us, sorry. So after only 5 laps around Bahrain, our tyres are already going off, and coming into this triple left-hander, we've just completely run wide, and we just don't have the grip to maintain the track in a straight line and hit apexes properly, so that's a bit unfortunate. But now Jensen gets past me with the DRS, and so too does Kimi Räikkönen. We're going to go around the outside of Kimi, who breaks early for this middle sector sweeping corner, and we get position 5 back. But the tyre wear around here is so bad. It's very surprising. I wasn't expecting the tyre wear to be this bad. Maybe because we did so many laps on our options in qualifying. We only did like literally 3 laps, but the tyre wear is just so bad. It feels a lot worse than what it looks there as we go up the inside of Jenson Button there. The recommended strategy, lads, is 2 stops. We have to stop after 17 laps on option tyres, and my tyres are already gone. So I have no idea how I'm going to stretch out these tyres for another 11 laps. I think I need to come in at about 4 laps, to be honest, because we're just falling through the field like a stone in water. So yeah, this is very interesting. We get passed by Romain Grosjean now, and it's only going to be a matter of time before we now drop out of the points. So we really need to get our heads down, try and conserve these tyres if we can. Just keep the temperature of the tyres, under wraps. Try and avoid those marbles if we can. But while we're battling with these AI, it's very hard to save the tyres. You're getting very distracted. You need to really keep that track position. And now we've been hit by Rosberg into the wall, and we've lost our front wing. Let's have a replay of that. We're just going slowly through turn 4, and Rosberg just completely hits us off into the infield and straight into the wall. So it's twice in this weekend we've been done over by Rosberg, and now we're down into position 18. We're coming in for our pit stop now because we need to change our front wing, but our tyres are already gone, so we probably would have been coming in for a pit stop on this lap anyway, but we've lost so much time having to just limp around without a wing. So we've lost like literally 30 or 40 seconds, so we're down into 21st now with only, oh no, now we're last. So we are now last in this Grand Prix. That is how bad this race is for us. We're about half a lap down. I think the leader is coming out of the final corner now, so we're almost a lap down as well. So here we are on lap 11. We've caught up to the back runners again, back markers, and we're going to try and go up the inside of Vandergaard coming into this corner here, but he's going so slowly. Understandable because his tyres are gone, and he is about literally 4 seconds lap slower thanks to being, in one of the back marker teams. But now we've got Chilton right in front of us here on lap 12 coming into this triple left-hander, and we've spun off the, oh my god, we've spun off the curbing there. It's an auto spin curb. It's completely screwed us over, and Sebastian Vettel just lapped us as we spun out there as well. So our race is really going tits up here in Bahrain. Unfortunately, we're just already a lap down. We're now being lapped by Alonso. We're going to try and unlap ourselves again coming into this hairpin here, going up the inside. We get the move done with a bit of contact, But now we've unlapped ourselves from Alonso. What we need to do now is just get up as far as we can up the road, because if a safety car comes out, then we might be able to gain our lap back if we can get in front of Sebastian Vettel. But we've got a penalty. We got a penalty for ignoring the blue flag. I don't believe it. We're trying to unlap ourselves. We were actually pulling away from Alonso, yet the stewards felt that I was holding them up, or I didn't concede position. So that's so annoying. We need to come in at the end of this lap for a drive-through penalty. We're having pretty much all the bad luck in one race today, so very unlucky. We need to serve this drive-through now, and we get another penalty. Really? Really? Coming into the pits now to serve our drive-through penalty. We were only on a straight. We weren't holding anyone up, but you know, if you stay in front of lap cars more than 3 sectors or 3 marshalling points, then you will get a penalty apparently. So we are, I think we're almost 2 laps down now, so that's just ridiculous. We're only 15 laps into this Grand Prix and I already feel like jumping off a bridge. But here we are, lap 16, we're serving our second drive-through, or we're coming into the pits because there is a safety car now. So, wow, this might actually save me depending on where the leaders are in comparison to where I am on the track. But I think I'm still going to be 1 lap down. I was almost 2 laps down, so I think the chances of me actually getting my lap back are pretty slim. But we will be rejoining with the pack, and it looks like the safety car was actually letting cars through. So we got 1 lap back compared to the field, but we are still 1 lap down compared to everyone else. So coming up to turn 1 now, and we're battling with Sergio Perez, who goes slowly, and then he goes off the track and we pass him, and no penalty, thank God. So here we are on lap 18, ready for a restart here, and we're still having to we still need to serve that drive-through because the safety car came out before I could serve my second penalty. So we need to serve that. So unfortunately we won't be able to get stuck into the rest of these cars here to get up the field, but we'll see how we go. Van der Garde pulls into the pits for his pit stop. Was that his first pit stop of the race? He's taken his options 9 to 18 laps. That's crazy. But here we are coming into turn 1. We're going to go up the inside of Jules Bianchi and get position 16. But I think the rest of the cars besides Charles Pic are all a lap ahead of me. So we won't be able to finish any further up the field than 15th as we come in to the pits now to serve our second drive-through, I believe it is. Yes, it is our second drive-through. So coming in now, after we serve this, we should be pretty much replenished in regards to our track position, so we can get on with our race. But I don't think we'll be able to pass Charles Pic, who is pretty much half a lap ahead of us. So we rejoin behind this little midfield pack here, so it'll be pretty fun to battle with these guys and potentially unlap ourselves. So hopefully we can make a race of this, despite how annoying we could be. But we also need to keep in mind that we can't hold these guys up. So if we get the move done on Bottas here, we need to pretty much get away from him within 3 marshalling points. Otherwise we will get a drive-through penalty, so we don't want that. But now we're coming in for a pit stop here. Or is this another drive-through? I think that was another drive-through. For some reason I got called in to serve another drive-through for some reason, but no idea why. But here on that 23, we've spun off the auto spin curb straight into the wall, and now we've lost our wing. We've got to come into the pits now at the end of this lap. Just locking up into the final corner. We tend to have lockups there, but we've got a Toro Rosso who's pulled off to the side there, and it looks like they're retiring out of this race. So a lot of cars actually retiring out of this race for some reason, like in China. Just seems that some cars just can't make the distance. So coming in for our pit stop now, changing this front wing, and it really doesn't matter where we come out in the field. We're actually 19th out of 18 cars there. So that shows how bad this race is. Nico Rosberg is in 20th, was retired as well, so Mercedes not faring well in this race. But here we are on lap 28. We've now moved up into position 18, and we're going to go up the inside of Max Chilton. We sort of do the crisscross there, coming into the hairpin. We get the move done. Let's have a look at that on the replay there. And we sort of go against the grain there. We just cut to the inside and get the position back. Fairly nice overtake, but it is on Max Chilton, so you can't really say the degree of difficulty there isn't too great. But here on lap 30, we're coming through here, and we've almost lost the back end there, but we got on the curb and we've spun into the wall again, and we've lost our front wing. for the third time in this race. The first time from Nico Rosberg, the second was from the auto spin curb, and the third time, again, losing the back end onto an auto spin curb, and this time it is proven to be terminal. The team told me to bring it into the pits, retire the car, save the engine. We're down to below 90% on the engine as well. We're not going to score points, so there's no real point in continuing on and wasting our resources here today. So it's only the logical explanation, just to save the car, the engine, the gearbox, everything for later on in the season for when we need it. So that's been this Bahrain Grand Prix for today. Unfortunate that we just had so much bad luck throughout the race. A lot of leaders there not finishing the race either, so they won't hurt us too badly in the championship. But whenever you don't score any points in a championship race, it really is frustrating when you're trying to get up as high as you can in the championship. But that's been the Bahrain Grand Prix for today. We finished in 18th place, and we're now down into 5th in the driver's standings, some 29 points behind Lewis Hamilton in the standings. But moving on to the rest of the races in the championship, we surely can't be as unlucky as what we were in China and today here in Bahrain. So moving forward, I think we should be in for a much better run to the end of the championship. But the Constructors, Force India is still in 7th place, with me pretty much carrying the team. But that's been my video for today. Until my next one, guys, I'll see you next time.